Hey, we're back, and today the city's got a Grand Prix race going on in it. So we're gonna follow it through the city a little bit and talk about what's going on around the city within the race and all of that. And we did have to start the race at the airport, like a lot of Grand Prix races start. So it does utilize the airport for the first little section of the race. So let's get started. So here we are at the beginning of the track here, so the start of the race. And here's the last car here, it's the orange Porsche. And then at the beginning here, there's also a little pull off from the track where cars running the race can pull off into the pit area. And the pit area does kind of intrude onto the military base section here. And it is only 2 pit slots, so all the cars can use it. It doesn't really matter which company you're with or anything. It's just kind of a universal pit for all of the cars, but it works. They can just pull into the pit right there, get what they need, and then pull right out at the end. There's some tires and a fence there, and a little spectator stand to help protect them while they're watching it. And then coming over to the side here, there's a little car show going on. Some older muscle cars. Wouldn't really fit in the race, but they're still cool cars, so I wanted to bring them out and show them off to the people that weren't really watching the race at the time. So there's a few people walking around doing that. There's a little ice cream vendor there, trying to make some deals. Camera guy on top of the grandstands, making sure he's got the best view. And come around to the side here. That's also where the pit exit is. And then there is another camera guy that will stand there and watch over the race. And then one part I really like is the little thing of flags they have to go underneath each time. Just represents every country. It has a driver that's going through the race. It also has all of the colors for the light. So anytime they pass, they know what the light is. So that's just kind of helpful for the drivers. And as you come over here into the first curve, it's right past the little thing of flags there. They come into the first curve. It's also like a little trailer area, camper area, so people can just kind of camp out here on the airport pavement behind the fences and watch the race. Looks like they have a little grill, picnic kind of set up there. There's a few people sitting on top of their campers watching. This is also a little area where all of the photographers are at and cameras get the curve. Usually interesting things happen on the curves. And then they just go onto the straightaway, straight onto the bridge. And it looks like there's one car that's pretty in the lead up there, getting ready to head to the bridge. And then going along to the straightaway, you can see there's a lot going on. And then a few people coming out of the airport. Looks like that guy's not too happy about the race. Looks like he didn't know what was going on. Might not be so happy the roads are all closed off right now. There's quite a few people along the road here, along the water, and on the other side, a few photographers. There's a little coffee stand over here. Looks like it just got set up there, maybe make some money on the race. And then overall, looks like everyone's got their positions for the race and they're all ready for it. And they're all pretty happy about it, which is all good. And we're going to go here with the race as it moves along from the airport into more of the downtown area, inner part of the city with a residential area and all of that. And then as the race moves through the city, it goes under the bridges, and then as it comes to this first curve by the beach, see little tires marking the curves there, help protect them. And then there's another little straightaway with some spectators and crowds and vendors as it goes along this way. Then it gets into another little curve section. And another little vendor. There's a camera guy at this curve. More cones and tires and little track markings on the curves for that. And more tires on this side to help protect the cars and spectators. Goes down further this way. Along this by the police station. Into one of the last curves And on this curve, there's another little grandstands here, so more people can sit there and watch the race. And there is another camera guy on top. And it looks like our police SWAT team is also enjoying the race a little bit too. If we go back a little bit, it looks like a crash just happened here. Ah, dang. It's a shame. Nice cars. Hope everybody involved is all okay with that. The race still has to move on, so we must move with it. And as the race moves on into the residential area here, I imagine that would be kind of loud for the residents that live there, but I assume they're okay with it. I mean, I'd be okay if a race went by in front of my house, but that's just me. As far as no one also sitting at the monorail station, might have a good view from up there. Then we gotta move on past the Ferris wheel. The race goes right by the park here, downtown park, and into the last little curve of the residential section, and also the last curve of the race before the finish. And there is an ambulance and police car sitting there, just to watch over that section. And as the race comes into the final stretch here, you can see it's in the downtown area of the city. Just goes right through the main street. So it comes along, it's like that car maybe overcorrected that turn itself there. And then there's some kids that got onto the monorail tracks here. Looks like the cops have to go get them off. Don't know how they quite got up there, but they found a way. And the end of the race is right here at the intersection where the fire station and the Union Station is at. And that's where the grandstands is. There's a few vendors and behind the grandstands. And then at the actual finish line, looks like it might be a little bit of a photo finish for these two, but it looks like the orange Porsche won. Happy for him. And then once they go past there, there's just a few camera people up here by the podium. So whoever got those places, they'll come back around and take their respective spots. There's a few guys, looks like pit crew and other drivers that weren't racing today that are here supporting all the ones who were racing. And then a few camera guys just watching the finish line. And then this is just a final shot of the downtown area with the race in it. And while this is the end of the race, this is not the end of the video because we still need to go check on the car that crashed earlier. And looking over at the crash scene here, looks like the driver's already been taken out of the vehicle. Paramedics are looking at him. Got quite the crowd of photographers and other stuff here. Doesn't look like anybody else was involved in the crash though. So it looks like everything else is fine here. So that's good. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.